Hi, hello, how are ya? I'm Dr. Faith, your faithful doc. Today we're going to talk about aliens. What do I want to talk about? Today I want to talk to you about what a naturopathic doctor is. I have a question. How did you get in here? Your door was open. But like, what is naturopathic medicine? I'm gonna say it. I know, but like, if you could explain to me who they are, because like, I've never heard of them. Before you start questioning why you haven't heard about naturopathic doctors, it's pretty common that you haven't. In terms of sheer number, medical doctors outweigh all types of physicians. There's been a serious paradigm shift in terms of how people would like to have their health care. In recent consistent studies, 74% of adults said that they want to have some kind of less invasive or natural style treatment. I practice naturopathic medicine. Most people don't quite understand what the difference is. So what's the big difference in the training? Naturopathic doctors, medical doctors, and DOs all get 4 years of medical training in a accredited medical program. They all take licensing exams and they all have a medical license in the state that they practice. So what's the training of a naturopathic doctor versus all the others? It's pretty similar. The first 2 years of naturopathic medical school is very similar to an MD or DO in terms of traditional training. Anatomy, physiology, biochemistry. It's really where we divert is second year. Second year is where we start learning more of the naturopathic principles. These include a variety of things. At my particular school, we went over traditional Chinese medicine, botanicals, IV therapy, physical medicine, hydrotherapy, and a variety of other subspecialties that you could go into. I want to be very clear. Naturopathic doctors are not against medications. We use them in the timing that they need to be used. But the thing is that we do not gravitate to those first. We love to explore things like lifestyle, diet, general things that we can change within the system before tacking on supplements, medications, and other things that would change the picture. If you don't have a firm foundation, you're never going to be able to build strong buildings, and your health is very much like that. Let's go outside. Pretty, but that's not gonna be good for sound. Oh my god, it's bright out here. Can you believe this is like December in freaking Phoenix? Oh my god. I wanted to go outside because outside is beautiful, but my god, man, it's so bright out here. My eyeballs burning. I usually wear sunglasses year round. Anyway, Camelback Mountain's back there. Does this look good? Oh my god. Oh, it's kind of pretty. I think the hardest part people have with naturopathic doctors is that there's no education based on it. What even is it? Where did it come from? How long has it been around? Why have I never heard of it? And that's a really great question. And I think what it is that we don't have good lobbying. We're working on that. So let's talk about history. History, right? Like that's what everybody wants to know. Where the heck did we come from? Well, AMA, created in the early 1800s, decided that doctors should be regulated, which I think is a really great idea because when it first started, there was 16 weeks of course, 16 weeks, and they had to be over 21, and they had to work in the field for 2 to 3 years, and that was it. So, you know, lobotomies were a thing, so there's that. I think what's important to note is that not everybody had the same idea about what it is that they wanted to be able to offer to medicine. So there was a gentleman in the name of A.T. Stills, Andrew Taylor Stills, that came up with the idea of Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine. And this was a form of merging chiropractic style adjustments with the medical field. And the medical field went crazy. They hated it. They hated it. But what's interesting about regulation is that there is no one-fits-all medicine for everybody. So why are we trying to fit everybody in a box? It doesn't really make any sense. Like, everybody's so different. Every body is so different. So why do we think that medications can fit one size fits all? Ooh, there's a big bee. Ah. Bees are good. Bees are great. Bees are my friend. I don't want bees to sting me. I've got plants behind me. It's gonna happen. But it's fine. This is fine. back at it. Anyway, so they went crazy because they were like, no, I don't think that's something that we should put in there. And they were like, you guys kind of need something else because drugs ain't cutting it. Let me get back to pharmaceuticals a little bit later. Meanwhile, naturopathic medicine has actually been around for 125 plus years. That is when we had hundreds of naturopathic medical schools, and honestly the regulations for medical schools were not as much as they thought they should be, and so the AMA started cracking down. So as the pharmaceutical industry got more and more popular and they started gaining more traction, they started shutting down these naturopathic medical schools because honestly there isn't much money in a cure. If you fix a problem, you can't make money off of it, and they were making a lot of money off of the pharmaceutical industries because they were making a lot of drugs that they could sell to their patients. The American Medical Association started really aiming towards teaching these doctors how to use pharmaceuticals because they wanted them to use it, as well as there are life-saving drugs. They really do help. Let me be very clear. I am not against medications. For the people in the back, I am not against medications. I don't mind using medications. It's just not my first line of defense. I like to be able to give my patients maybe a few other pointers before we start going down that track. It causes symptoms, it causes more symptoms, it causes problems. They have problems in the first place. That's why they're here, and that you really need to get out and get some sunlight and get some exercise and have good food, which these things should be easy concepts, right? Because you think that people just want to be able to have a good lifestyle, but you know what? Doritos are delicious. Cheese is amazing. Is it good for you? No, not really, but guess what? You're human, and it's delicious, and it's on the shelves, and it's easy. I digress. Naturopathic doctors lost a lot of regulation because they lost most of their schools. So in that regard, because they lost a lot of their schools, there weren't many of them practicing. Mind you, the MDs at this time started to kind of double down on their schools, and they built more and more and more and got more regulations, because guess what? Population also went ape. So where are the DOs in this whole mix of madness? Well, the DOs started still saying, we are a legitimate medicine, we are a legitimate medicine, and they started gaining traction from their first regulations in the 1901 all the way up to 1989, and it took them almost 90 years to be able to say that they're the same quality physician as an MD.
90 years! It's been 84 years.
Now they're like exploding because people are like, oh my god, there's a different type of medicine out there. I want to learn how to do that. There's also just so much competition with going to medical school anyway, which I think is silly. There's not enough doctors in the world anyway. Why are we trying to make them compete with each other? Medicine is hard. Medical school is hard. I don't know if you've noticed that or not.
But not a lot of people like to go, why are we making it expensive and why are we making it hard?
I digress one more time. Naturopath at this time, they're starting to become less popular. We went from having hundreds of schools to having only one, and then two, and then we've slowly built it up. And I'm not gonna lie to you, we don't have a lot now. I think we have like 7, which isn't a lot, granted. Small but mighty. We started getting more and more regulation in terms of what it is that we offer as a naturopathic medicine. We started integrating ourselves with conventional medications and our naturopathic therapies to make this amazing meld of a physician that is bilingual in every way that you possibly want them to be. Here we are kind of today. It's been 30 years. You know what? You guys wanted this. You guys want natural medicine, and you're stronger than you think you are, and you are higher numbers than you think you are. Find a naturopathic doctor. Find a physician that gives you what you want in your healthcare. If you don't want natural medicines, okay. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. You can do whatever you want. But you know what's nice? A different perspective.
New is always nice.
Am I wrong? People like new stuff all the time. They want new perspective. They want a different perspective. So let's just change the paradigm of medicine. Again, I hope you enjoyed this history lesson with Dr. Faye. Let's go back in the house where it's not so loud. Hopefully my audio isn't awful. I hope you enjoyed the roof. It's beautiful. I was dropping the camera. Everybody stares at you when you're walking down the hallway talking to yourself on the phone. Hello.
Oops,
sorry. It's not awkward at all. It's fine. This is fine. We're fine. Wow. That sun came out, didn't it? Well, that's all I got for this installment of Naturopathic Medicine in Review. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was enlightening. But if you wouldn't mind commenting, subscribing, being able to support your girl because she's just starting out, that would be phenomenal. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.